Hi everyone, it's Tracey Campbell here. I'm going to show how I've used the Unicorn 2 free cut file for March. It's such a cute little cut file. I've actually made it bigger and cut 2 so I can use 2 on my page. And I'm using a photo of my little daughter Bronte when she was much younger, and she's got a painted unicorn on her face, a bit of face painting. So of course I had to look at some different colours and things, and it's called Sunkissed by Cocoa Vanilla, the paper range that I've got. And I'm just going to go through and show you how I pick my colours when I'm thinking about the cut files. I look at the photo and choose the pieces of paper that complement the photo. So in this you can see me flicking through the various colours and trying to work out what I'm going to use. I've already decided on the back, which is the rainbow variegated paper. It goes from the dark blue all the way down to a green and then a bit of a yellow. For the unicorns, I've decided that this motley colour of paper has got beautiful colours in it, and I'm actually going to, instead of cutting individual colours out, I'm going to use that the mixed colours and do the unicorns in those. And then I want to use the rainbow paper as well. So right now I'm trying to work out how I'm going to incorporate the rainbow onto the page. And so I'm just moving it around, having a look and a feel, and I think I've decided how I'm going to do it. And I'm just lining up the unicorn so that it's got a bit of a pinker, lighter face, and then the colours for the mane are throughout the rest of the colours that blend back from the pink face. So that's why I'm cutting the unicorn out right in the centre of the pattern paper to get the colour effect that I want. Instead of doing a piece by piece cut out for the die cut or the cut file, I am just doing one big piece, which is actually the first time I've done this, and it actually worked out really well with this pattern paper because it had all the different colours on it, all the rainbows in it. And just trying to work out now where I'm going to put the smaller unicorn and get the same placement of lighter colour through its face. I'm just tracing the inside of the cut file where the cut paper is come out with a pencil, and then I cut about 1 millimetre around the outside of the pencil line. This just gives me a little bit of a lip so that I can put the glue on to make the cut file adhere to the pattern paper and stick really nicely. Now sometimes when the cut files are delicate, you tend to move them when you're doing around the pencil line, but that's okay. Once you stick it down onto the cut file and there's little excess bits poking out, you can just simply trim those off. So I'm just going through. I decided that I needed a bit of a yellow or a gold colour for the horns, and there was no solid yellow except for a real pretty one in the pack, and I wanted to use that as a 12 by 12. So I went through the little place cards, and there was this gold one, and I cut off the bottom because it's got some sandals in the beach that I'll probably use as an embellishment, so I cut the bottom off and just using the top of the card. Right about now I just realised that I actually did the horn for the big unicorn, the reverse. So when I cut it out, I cut it out facing the wrong way so I would have ended up with a blue unicorn, so I had to recut it. But that's okay, we all do mistakes and live and learn and just fix as you go. And that's exactly what I did. I just cut out another one. And what am I doing now? I've disappeared, haven't I? Oh, there, I'm back. Yes. And I apologise, this video is actually going up a day later than I had first planned. I had recorded the voiceover and loaded it onto YouTube, but when I went to double check it in the morning of posting, for some reason it had disappeared. My voiceover had just gone, so I have to re-record it, and I couldn't get to it yesterday because I actually had to fly from home up to Gladstone, where I was raised as a teenager, because I'm off to a funeral today, and it's all very, very sad, but it's quite an interesting day yesterday. Got stuck on a plane. The stairwell for the plane wouldn't recede down, so we all had to wait quite a bit of time for the engineers to come and fix the stairwell. But we made it safe and sound, and I was thankful that if anything had to go wrong, it went wrong while we were on the ground and not in the air. So, all good. So here I'm just placing the colours back onto the unicorn, and just wiping off my excess glue, just making sure it doesn't stick. And there I am trimming a little bit of the colour off, because it did move and slip while I was drawing the inside. As you can see, the horse, or the unicorn's got this beautiful pink face, and then the colours kind of blend out and go into a rainbow effect from there. Just adding a little bit of more pink into his ear, because I managed to trim the inside colour off for his ear. I'm just working on the baby unicorn now. So I've got two unicorns flipped or rotated over, flipped over, so they face opposite ways. And trim off the little excess. I love this cut file. I must admit I'm a fan of unicorns, so anytime Conversions of a Paper Addict come out with a new cut file that is a unicorn, I get so excited. Having two little girls, I've got lots of unicorn images. No, not the right thing. Lots of photos with the unicorns in them, or themes towards unicorns and fantasies and fairy dress, so it always works out well. Now I'm using this solid colour because you can see in the background of the photo it's got that solid blue, which made it a bit hard to choose what colour to use. And then in the dress that Bronte's wearing, it's actually my Flower Girls dresses, and it is a beautiful, lovely shade of a rainbow. So I had to put a rainbow in, and then, but with the darker colours in the background, it was a bit difficult. So what I'm doing is just cutting out the rainbow from the pattern paper, and I'm going to, once I've cut them all out like I have, I'm just going to place it on the page, and I have to make sure that the photo goes right there in the centre, because the rainbow from the pattern paper ran off the page, and it doesn't get the whole effect of the rainbow, but I can fix it up by simply covering the photo where it ends. It's such a cute rainbow. It's like a hand-drawn kid's painting of a rainbow. I love it. There it is, the rainbow. And now just looking at what to do, and I've just realised that I haven't put the unicorn's inner ear in, nor its little nostril, or the eyelashes. It's got its eyes closed, so it's got these perfect little moon-shaped eyelashes. They're so cute. I'm just popping a little bit of pink inside the nostrils and the inner ear. And just making sure it's finished. And I get a bit of darker pink for the inner ear so it stands out, but I go with a lighter colour because it stood out too much. And right now I'm deciding which way the ear goes, because there's like a half moon shape, and then there's a flat shape, and I couldn't work out if the flat shape went towards the front or the back. So I just kept playing and working it out as I went along, and thought I had it, and then do realise that it goes in and it looks a bit funny, and I take it out and start again. And I'd already thrown out the edging, or the 12 by 12 sheet where I cut the unicorns from, so I couldn't go back to that. And because I was halfway through filming, I didn't want to go and have a look on my computer. I probably could have. I was just feeling a bit lazy and just wanted to do it, so I just kept fiddling until I decided that I got it right. And sometimes that's what we all do. We just experiment and play around with things until they look right to us. Might be wrong, the way I ended up putting the ears on, but it seemed to fit and work. And I liked how it turned out. And when I design and create, I create for me. I am doing 12 by 12 memory sheets and pages for my girls when they get older, but I don't know if they're all going to keep them all because they've got hundreds and hundreds of albums and pages. So I've been doing this for a few years now, so I guess I'll pick and choose what they like out of it. And being kids these days, it's all about digital photos and selfies, and not all the photos and selfies are there. So we'll see what happens when they get older. But it's my process and it's my way I release stress, and I love to create. So yeah, I've come to the realisation that my kids might not want them, but I love doing them and I'm not going to stop. They can deal with it when I'm gone. It's a few years yet, quite a few years, hopefully. Now I'm just putting the photo down and kind of playing with it and sticking it down the unicorn. And so this layout actually came together really quickly. Once I decided how and what colours and what I wanted to do, it was just a matter of cutting everything out, gluing it down and sticking it back together. I decided I needed a bit of extra colour over there. The blue was too blue, so I went through those place cards again and found a sun. This one's got some journaling lines across it too, so it was absolutely perfect. Just the right spot that I can use. Just trimming off the blue on the outside. And I must admit, I really like this Sunkissed range by Cocoa Vanilla. It is colourful, it's bright, it has a lot to do with our Australian summer theme of being hot and being in the water. So it's all about bright colours and beach and sunshine. It's beautiful. And rainbows, of course. Right, so now I'm getting some of the floral die cuts, and as I pulled them out I went, no, I actually don't think it needs anything else. I'll give it some white border around the edge to hold it on the page, just to give it a bit of emphasis. And I'm kind of trying to tie up, I guess, the little white border that's left around the rainbow and that I put on the photo. I backed the photo in white, and also the die cuts of the unicorn. Just needed just a little bit of that, something to give the dark background a bit of a colour boost, or a lift I should say, which is what a white paint pen did. And then just used a black marker to journal inside the sun, and some gold glitter thickers to finish off the title. I'm popping out those little bits in the middle, and a lot of those little bits look like little petals of the leaves, so I've actually put them on the side, and I will collect them a bit later on and I will use them on another layout. I'm not sure yet exactly how, but they were just the perfect shapes and too cute to throw away. I do like a bit of glitter and bling, so on it goes. And yep, and now I'm deciding if I need to do anything else. I think I need to add a little bit of more glitter at this stage, because I just added one element of glitter. I'd like a little bit more around the page. So I do grab some liquid glitter, and I will add some to the page, and it's going to go around the border and the unicorn horn and in the little peaks of the sun. I'm just squeezing it on, and it's just a subtle touch, but it just kind of ties in the glitter from the title into the rest of the page. And what I've done in the border, I've actually drawn 2 or 3 lines around in the white pen, and there's little gaps where they, because it's not perfectly straight lines, where there's little gaps where they overlap and crisscross. I'm just going through and adding some of the glitter into those little gaps in the crisscrosses and making the border a little bit more solid and adding some more sparkle, because you always need sparkle on a girl's page. And there we are, she's finished, and you can see a little bit of the glitter, and I really like how it's turned out. Lots of colour, bright, bold, very simple, very quick page that turned out really nice. Thanks for stopping in and watching my video. I hope that I've inspired you. Please leave a comment if you get a chance. I'd love to know what you're thinking, and any suggestions for improvements or ways ahead. I'd love to hear from you. Make sure you pop into the Confessions of a Paper Addict Etsy store. It is our March birthday this month, and there is a good discount for you. So pop on in. There's the address. Bye.